do this tarot reading.
Right.
Okay. Nice to meet you, James.
Thank you. Nice to meet you, Cassie.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do. So basically, you're gonna shuffle the deck as you see fit. Be gentle with the cards until it feels right.
That does feel right.
Okay, cool. So put the deck back up.
All right.
Okay. So now you're gonna lay the cards out. 1, 2, 3, face up. Okay. I'm gonna ask for 2 more cards up here. Wow. Interesting. Okay, so basically what this reading says to me, these 3 cards right here represent past, present, and future, more or less. You know, my readings tend to be pretty fluid, so nothing's like definite. What this says to me is that at some point in the recent past, you were like in a position where you felt comfortable in like your career, perhaps, like a very stable sense of self, so much that you could afford to like give to other people generously, and that like that was something that made you happy. I think that you've moved away from that somehow. This card over here shows like some like plan being made in kind of like a shady environment, and it's inverted. And then here we have the moon, which is a part of like subconscious and like intuition. And here we have the high priestess, which is this like kind of like mystical, magical woman, very much like on top of her game, right? This is your future card.
Anyway.
And this is your present card. I think that you are looking back towards the days where you kind of had this like kind of like earthly stability, but you're in the process of like moving towards something like more mystical and powerful. This card, right side up, is like kind of one of the worst cards. It's like a woman like lying like awake in bed, like crying. Swords represent thought and like mental action and shit. And like this woman over here like can't sleep because all her demons are like haunting her head, right? So because she's inverted, it's not as bad. Like I think that you're like looking back towards this time in your life. However, it's not with as much extreme pain as though you were looking forward. You're like in the process right now of like moving your life from like this like very comfortable material way of using yourself into like a way of really harnessing your powers and like making yourself into like something mystical, but it's going to take some solitude, really deep like introspection.
I've had my cards read before, and this is definitely not the first time that the High Priestess has come up. It makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah, I was like holding a question in my mind too when I was doing this.
What was the question?
Just more about like my immediate future, kind of what's going to happen as far as employment and my relationships and that sort of thing.
I mean, ultimately, this is a good reading. I mean, I think that the stars shine brightly for you. So, good job.
Yeah,
cool.
you.
Amazing.
Yeah, that was great.
Awesome.
Thank you.
No problem.